Hello and a very warm welcome. F1 2017 season is over, but why? I was thinking of a couple of ideas, just released the Marcus Ericsson video, and I was thinking, what other F1 videos can I do? Let's do a team rating. We did the season awards, let's do the team rating. So basically, going to run down every team, give them a rating, 10 being the best, 0 obviously being really bad. So yeah, let's start with Mercedes, and I've got to give him 10 out of 10. How can you not give Mercedes 10 out of 10? Four drivers titles, 4 constructors back to back, reliability amazing. Hamilton scored a point every single race. Off the top of my head, I can only think of Bottas retiring at Spain, where they were unreliable. So I give Mercedes a 10. I'm going to try and spend 1 minute on each team, and then should be about 10 minutes long. So Ferrari, I give Ferrari an 8, and I tell you why. They had a good push for the title, but unreliability cost them big time. Singapore was the big title decider for Ferrari. Japan, unreliable. Vettel had big problems, was getting passed left, right and centre. And Malaysia, Vettel had an issue in qualifying, Kimi had an issue in the race. It's not good enough for a team like Ferrari to be having reliabilities issues at key points of the season. So I give Ferrari an 8. They did very well, big push, but I don't know, it was just lacking like the reliability. If they had the reliability, it could have gone down to the last couple of races. So yeah, I think 8's quite reasonable for Ferrari. Good title push. 2 minutes is up, so on to Red Bull. Right, Red Bull, I give him a 6. Yes, they did win 3 races at Baku with Ricciardo, Malaysia and Mexico with Max, and that one at Mexico was dominance by Max. But unreliable on both sides. Max had all the bad luck the first half of the season, and then we've seen it with Ricciardo at the end. I mean, unreliable. Bahrain brake failure. Canada, Max second DNF. Baku, another DNF for Max. And then we saw USA, Mexico, Abu Dhabi, Ricciardo pulling off. So it's been a bit, I would say Max had more of it, but Ricciardo had it at the end. I mean, they need to, if they want to push for the title, they can't be having, I think Max got 8 DNFs this season. Simply not good enough. So I'll give Red Bull a 6. Right, another minute up, on to Force India. And these are the second best rating for me. I give Force India a 9. Little Force India, with the budget they've got to get 4th in the Constructors, is absolutely remarkable. They've got one of the brightest driver lineups in Ocon and Perez, and just think how many more points they could have scored. Incidents at Spa, incidents at Baku, they could have scored a lot more points. I mean, they could have wrapped their Constructors up even quicker for 4th place. I mean, it's remarkable on the budget they have. Force India, the Pink Panthers, I mean, what a job. And this puts it into context. Force India beat the likes of Williams, Renault. I mean, we all know McLaren are pretty bad, but remarkable job. So I give Force India a 9. Second best rating from me. I mean, I don't think anyone can argue with that. Right, another minute up. On to the 5th place team. Whoa, yeah, Williams. Williams, such a great iconic team. When you think of 3 teams, you think Ferrari, Williams, McLaren. I would say. I wouldn't put Mercedes in there. But anyway, Williams, steady season, nothing spectacular. Used to winning championships and races in the past. Now they just settle, well, all they can get is regular points. I've got notes written down here. Steady season. I mean, used to winning titles and races. Now they're just regular point scorers. Massa's last race scored points. I mean, and Stroll, amazing show in Italy and great podium at Baku. So I give Williams a 5. I mean, nothing spectacular. Steady season. Williams should be a lot higher. Iconic team. Right, on we go. Renault wrapped up Renault, I would give a 5 again. Just, I don't know, really unreliable at times, Renault. I mean, you've seen how many problems. Red Bull with the Renault engine have so many DNFs. Toro Rosso had so many unreliability problems, and so did Renault. But one of the best driver lineups, we all know, start of the season, Palmer wasn't scoring, Hulkenberg was. They brought in Sainz, and that basically guaranteed them 6 in the Constructors, because Sainz is scoring points where Palmer wasn't. And they dropped Palmer mid-season. I give Renault a 5. As soon as Sainz came in, you know, it's a fantastic driver lineup. Sainz, Hulkenberg, they're going to score points. Palmer wasn't, they changed it, and yeah, I give Renault a 5. Got it in Abu Dhabi, 6th place. On we go to Toro Rosso, and I don't know, this could seem a bit harsh, but I'm going to give Toro Rosso a 4. They started with Sainz, Kvyat. I think Sainz had 35 points, Kvyat had 4. Then they changed it. Kvyat got dropped after Singapore after crashing. Then Sainz and Gasly was the partnership. Then Sainz, Hartley. It was all confusing. And then at the end of the season, they basically gave up on the Constructors. They put Gasly and Hartley in. So they got Sainz went to Renault. Kvyat out the sport, even though Kvyat got a point at USA. They put Gasly and Hartley in, and it's just, they were never going to score points. So they basically gave up on the Constructors. There was a good battle for 6, and they gave up. They put a weak, inexperienced driver lineup in and gave up. So yeah, Toro Rosso get 4. On we go to Haas. And I probably won't spend too much on Haas, because I'm going to be honest, I've got nothing written down about them. Steady season. Their first season was amazing. You think of Romain Grosjean, the first ever race for Haas, and he got 6th place, was it? 6th or 5th? A steady season. When I think of Haas this season, I think of Kevin Magnussen, the bad boy of 2017. And I think of Romain Grosjean whining on the radio like an old woman. So yeah, I give Haas a 3. Beaten by Toro Rosso, beaten by Renault. I can't really say too much. I'm trying to prolong it to the minute, because I said a minute every one, but how many teams? We've got 2 more to do after this, but Haas, yeah, I'll give him a 3. Romain Grosjean whining on the radio. Kevin Magnussen, the dirty driver of the year. On to McLaren. Now McLaren, what an iconic team. When you think of your 3 top teams, you think of McLaren. But what a disgrace they've been under the Honda regime. I read a stat the other day. Under the Honda regime, they've had, as like a team, they've had over 300 grid penalties. That is absolutely disgraceful. This is a team who are used to winning races, used to winning championships, and now they're on the limit to get out of Q1. They're on the limit to get 10th place in the race. Lacking power down the straight. I've probably got a go-kart outside that could go faster. Grid penalties, no performance, same as Williams, used to win races and titles, and now they're a shambles. But they are going to McLaren Renault next year, so let's hope McLaren get back to where they should be. I always have a soft spot for McLaren because they gave my driver his chance. So I want to see him back at the front, and Alonso back at the front. On to Sauber we go. Sauber, I'm not even... Oh, did I give McLaren their rating? McLaren 3. I can't remember if I did or not. So, yeah, I'll give McLaren a 3. Sauber, I give them a 1. Just not good enough. Ericsson scored no points. Verline's got 5. Worst team on the grid. Show no ambition, no fight. They used to score podiums a couple of years ago with Perez at Malaysia, Canada, Italy, Kobayashi at Japan, and now what are they? They're an embarrassment. Worst car on the grid, they're worse than McLaren, which says everything you need to know. Just not good enough. And they've just announced that Ericsson keeps his seat for 2018. So basically, no matter how shit Marcus Ericsson does, he will retain his drive. And that's why Sauber will go nowhere, because Ericsson doesn't score points. And that is all the team's done. It's been quite a good season, pause the video. Well, you know all the teams, you don't need to pause the video. Leave your season ratings for each team. So I'll run in down quick. Mercedes, I've gone 10, Ferrari 8, Red Bull 6, Force India 9, Williams 5, Renault 5, Toro Rosso 4, Haas 3, McLaren 3 and Sauber 1. And giving Sauber a 1 was kind. If it was up to me, I would have probably given him 0. But the reason I gave him 1 was because of Verline's points. So yeah, leave your comments. I'm going to start pinning comments. Keep saying that in every video now, so you could get pinned. Oh god, that sounded wrong. Ah, dear me. Oh dear me. We better end this video now before it gets age restricted. Yeah, so leave your teams. Leave your comments, we'll always reply. Adios. Team ratings for 2017 done. Roll on 2018.